CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code
Guys, the chicken is here bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, as you can see, we are back up on the developer build. If you couldn't tell, unfortunately, Chicken did not finish first globally in Warships for the last season. So, what we're doing today, guys, is we're getting into a sneak peek of the beastly Mega Crab. That is this month's Mega Crab. So we're going to go over that. We're going to, of course, since we're on the dev build, we're going to do some crazy statue boosts. We're going to do some crazy troop combos, talk about what this crab has in store for us, as well as just kind of show you guys the stages. And unfortunately, normally we would go over what the boosts are, but since it's the beastly Mega Crab, it's the hardest Mega Crab in Boom Beach, which means it's not going to feature any boosts per stage, any troop boosts, anything like that. So yeah, the beastly crab, in my opinion, is the least fun, just because it's the hardest. But at the same time, it's also the most challenging. So I mean, that's fun in it of itself, right? So, my plans for the crab this go around, guys, are going to simply be, I want to just boost up the resource reward statues and just get some work done on the main base. That's all we really need to do. We're just gonna be boosting those up and trying to just grind out as many resources as we can. I don't know if I'll be streaming just yet, but if I do, it will be at actually, yeah, Friday. I'm probably not going to stream. Maybe Saturday at some point, but we'll see what's going on. I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend because it's it's a lot of Boom Beach. It's the Boom Beach weekend, guys. We got Mega Crab, we got Warships Season 15 is going to be kicking off. A lot of exciting stuff. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel now, make sure that you are, because we're going to be keeping you guys posted up to date on everything that is Sneak Peeks, Warships, Mega Crab, a little bit Mega Crab, maybe not everything Mega Crab, but I don't know. At this point, it's not like it's anything different. The crab is the crab, but it's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting to see where people end up. It's always, the crab has changed so drastically over the course of the last couple of years, going from the quarterly to the monthly format. And then even with all these troop boosts and stuff, we're able to see and do a lot of things on the crab that we weren't really able to do before. So yeah, it's definitely it's definitely going to be interesting to see kind of where people end up in comparison without having some of these troop boosts. But the most important thing for this crab, this is on the dev build, so I don't have tribes for some reason. I don't know why. I don't have tribes, but we have tank life leech, we have scorcher damage, and we have barrage damage, and I forget what the other one is, but it's not as important as those three. So scorcher tank is gonna be what you want to go with. I got the mechs loaded up here just because it's, I don't know, it's the dev build, and we got 9 troop damage statues, and when the mechs have this much troop damage behind them, then they're worth using because they're monsters. You can see here they're slow, but they just melt everything, and they're crazy. So so yeah, get your scorcher tank ready. Get bullet and shock knuckles loaded up. That's probably what you're gonna want to see. Now the problem with using bullet with this meta is just that he's gonna hang back behind the scorchers a little bit. So if you can try to get him out in front, that's obviously the idea. Not always possible, but we'll probably see like a bullet tank bombardier meta kind of shift in once the crab gets a little bit harder. I think that's kind of what it's going to. Maybe we'll switch the troops up on the next one. We'll kind of go over that a little bit too, because I think that's going to be pretty insane. So let's take out the shock launcher here as we make our way towards the Mega Core. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think that you guys probably are too. I mean, even if you're not a hardcore crabber, it's still the best place in the game to get resources. So I mean, even if you're just playing it casually or whatever, there's no reason not to do it because you know you're gonna be missing out on a lot of loot, even if you just do like I was pretty amazed honestly last time because it was like one of the first crabs that I just took it easy on just to get resources and see how far we could get or see how many I guess we could grind out just doing it that way. But man, they added up quick, especially with those resource rewards. Obviously with the 7 resource reward it's gonna add up quick, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of gold to be had, especially in the early stages, which is really good. It's really important for low levels for, you know, grinding out your armory and things like that. Definitely makes it worth doing. So let's switch it up. Let's go to Scorcher. Let's go to Scorchers and Tanks. Now, the benefit of having so many Scorchers means we don't need as many. We're probably more than okay with just 2 landing crafts with 4 Scorchers, because that's you know, typically more than we would get previously. So okay, so let's go with the good doctor. Let's go with second wind. I think this will probably be a little bit better. Probably better like on the earlier stages, as your Scorchers aren't really dying off and staying alive, so you don't really need, like, bullet doesn't provide as much help, I guess, as he would before, or as he would in some of these later stages, where we need him to tank all the rocket launchers and things like that. They really start to kind of pack a punch as we progress towards you know, the later stages in the crab. But for right now, it's not. It's probably better to have Kavano, because he's gonna bring back tanks. He's gonna bring back riflemen, and he's gonna bring up riflemen, and his second wind's gonna be a little bit better than bullet on the earlier stages. But it's minutia, right? It doesn't really matter. You're probably gonna be okay if you got max level armored units. That's really all you need to do. But I mean, you see how easy this is. Like, we're just letting them spread out. They're flying out. We might drop a Scorcher here and there, but we can actually bring them back with second wind, so not the end of the world. I did spawn up those riflemen. That was a mistake. I would say if you're going to use second wind with armored units, don't just spam it like I just did for no reason. Make sure that you're actually losing troops that you need to bring back. Make sure you're actually losing Scorchers, losing tanks, things like that, and you can, yeah, and then you can use your second winds and get a little bit more value out of it. That's going to be the way to do it over just kind of spamming it, and then you end up... The problem is you get all these riflemen on the screen, and then when you're using second wind, he just starts bringing back the riflemen, because that's primarily what you lost, right? So look at this. We got everybody up on the HQ, and Kavan is going to bring back a Scorcher and a Bombardier. That's pretty good value for 1 second wind. So I mean, if you can do that a couple times, that's going to be where your bread and butter is with Kavan over bullet. But yeah, I think this is going to be really good. Dr. T letting us know that he's got giant purple pincers. Very important to know. All right, let's do one more attack, guys, and then we'll wrap this up here. Again, there's not like, in terms of stuff to show you, there's really like not much to go over that you don't already know if you've played the Mega Crab before. You know, the Beastly Crab is always known as the hardest, simply because it doesn't have any troop boosts. And other than that, the stages are going to be more or less the same. You know, different layouts and things like that. But we know what to expect at this point. So there's really a couple ways to look at the crab. You're either doing it competitively, you know, whether that's with your task force or on the leaderboard or your friends in real life. Or you're just doing it. You're just in it for the loot, like chicken. That's what my plan is. All right, let's do a second wind here. I think, yeah, we lost a couple bombers there, so that's going to be decent. Let's do a shock over here, and I think we'll throw a shock down here. We don't need to lose any Scorchers just yet. And then let's take out this rocket launcher, because I see that being annoying as we make our way wrapping around. Let's do another second wind. I don't see any. Yeah, we brought a couple riflemen back there, but we also grabbed a couple bombers, so I'm pretty happy with that trade. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reposition them once this rocket goes down. So let's do a reposition over here. We'll shock the cannons and try to get those bombers in a bit of a better spot as we kind of come down towards the core. And that's really all this is. We're just kind of repositioning, and yeah. Other than that, we're just kind of letting them. You just kind of let them free clear for the most part, right? It's not It's not too crazy. It's not too in-depth or really advanced what we're doing here. But yeah, we can get this to work. Ooh, boy, it is very strong. You're not going to lose, you know. The trick is just to keep the Scorchers alive and then let everyone kind of fall into place. Because once you get the tanks and then in front of the bombers, you're doing so much damage that you're really just walking through the base at that point. So we can just flare onto the HQ now with the bombardiers and the tanks placing, taking all that splash in front, and boom, stage 24. Ripping through it, no problems whatsoever. So yeah, guys, that's your preview for the Beastly Mega Crab. Make sure to subscribe for more Boom Beach this weekend. I can't say exactly what it's going to be just yet, but it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. Make sure you're using that code CHICKEN in the shop. You're getting instant training this weekend for the crab or the second builder or anything. I do appreciate it. Help support the channel. Guys, always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one. Guys, checking out. Back.